What's up guys, it's Average Ol making average content for the average viewer, and today I'm going to make a video that's going to address a lot of the questions that I keep getting in my comments section, and the main one being, are you going to buy Call of Duty Vanguard this year? And to be quite frank with you, the answer is no. I will not be buying Call of Duty Vanguard this year, and there is a number of reasons for that. But before we go too far into the video, I do just want to get across that I'm not passing judgment on Vanguard as a game as of yet. I've not played it, I didn't play the beta, and right now we don't know whether or not this is going to be a great game or another flop like Cold War. But that's hardly the point. My point here is not that I think Vanguard especially is going to be bad, but more to highlight my overall discontent with Call of Duty as a franchise and the way that it has been heading the last couple of years, and I've not been happy with it. And I've made this point very clear in a lot of my previous videos. The way that Call of Duty as a franchise is going is not a direction that I'm willing to support any longer, and for that reason I'll no longer be playing Call of Duty or covering it on this channel, at least for the foreseeable future. Now obviously if there's some massive improvements to a number of the things I'm going to discuss in this video, then perhaps yeah, I could turn around and pick up Vanguard later in the year, but as it stands right now, that just isn't going to happen. Now the first reason that I don't want to play Call of Duty anymore is going to come as no surprise to any of you, and it's something that I don't really feel like I need to spend much time on talking about in this video, and that is of course the skill-based matchmaking. Now look, I know we've beaten this horse to death like a million times, but here's the thing. Skill-based matchmaking needs to be talked about a fair bit because it is the one reason that I really feel completely destroys my whole experience of Call of Duty. If you look in the background of this video, I'm not playing any first-person shooter. I'm actually playing Ubisoft's Riders Republic. Now, I know this is not a direct comparison, but I just want to highlight that this game here, Riders Republic, is a super casual game. I am not especially good at it, but when I play in races against other players who are very good at it, I don't feel put out that I have lost. I don't want to only be matched with other players who are just as shit as me because I enjoy the challenge, I enjoy learning this new game, and I enjoy improving and seeing that improvement by getting more wins. Do you see what I'm getting at here? In Call of Duty, a game that is meant to be casual, no matter how much you improve, your competition improves along with you. This means that there is no notable difference when you're playing when you first start the game and you're getting smashed, or when you're really good at the game and you're still getting smashed, because the game is forcing you to play with other people with the same skill bracket. I know that there should be some competition in games, but when you don't have anything to show for the fact that you've been beating better people than the average Joe, well, what's the point? Look, I really don't want to go on about skill-based matchmaking anymore because it just gets me annoyed, and it really is a huge part of why I am not going to be buying Vanguard this year. But anyway, moving on. The next thing that I want to talk about is their egregious money grabbing tactics, and I know that a lot of other games use these tactics as well, but my problem here is when you look at Cold War for example, still a year after its release, the next game is out literally tomorrow, and we still don't have camouflages, the mastery camouflages in the game that cover your whole gun. You can work for hours and hours grinding and grinding to unlock these mastery camos, and they look like absolute dog shit. But guess what? If you spend £20 in the store on a camo, it will always work flawlessly. The problem here is the mastery camo isn't a free camo. It's not a camo that just gets given to everyone. It's a camouflage you actually pay £60 for the privilege of unlocking. Now the fact that you've already paid this money to get into the game, to get into the multiplayer of Call of Duty, and then when you grind it and you get the ultimate prize of playing in the multiplayer, it's broken, and then you can go and pay £20 for a camouflage that isn't broken and that works already. I really can't get behind a company that's going to implement those sorts of measures. And the problem is with SBMM, with this, it's not like we've only had it for 1 year. We have been having the same issue since Modern Warfare 2019. I know Black Ops 4 had its own set of issues, but the ones that we're specifically talking about in this video, and why I don't want to continue playing on into the future and playing Vanguard, are definitely these things here. The fact that they've taken away the season pass and then added this sort of new structure of everything is free, apart from, yeah, there's a catch, because actually the stuff that is free 9 times out of 10 comes out broken, or say they give you a new gun, well guess what? They're going to make that gun super overpowered so that everyone wants to buy it in the store instead of earning it so that they can use it in its fully overpowered broken state that it releases with. And this sort of segues on to my next issue that I have with Call of Duty, and that is of course Warzone. Now look, I actually really enjoyed Warzone when it first released, and I have enjoyed it periodically over the past couple of years or so. When I have jumped on, I really enjoy Warzone for what it is, a battle royale. But do I enjoy Warzone enough to have it completely overtake the 6v6 multiplayer experience that Call of Duty is? The main reason that I buy Call of Duty every year, the reason that I have grown to love Call of Duty as a franchise. The problem is, especially when we look at Cold War, which by the way is the only thing that I have to base this opinion on. Like I said, I haven't played Vanguard, and I'm not going to, but I have to look at what's happened in the past, and what happened in the past with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is that everything was just geared towards Warzone. They made the game, they released it, and then it just seemed to exist solely for using to level up these weapons easier than you would do in Warzone. If you could level up the weapons at the same rate in Warzone as you could in Cold War, well then I don't think that many people would have played it for as long as they did, which also wasn't actually that long anyway. The game has been pretty much dead for about 6 months now. And I know a lot of people will say just give Vanguard a chance, just give it a go, maybe it will surprise you, but at this point now, it's the equivalent of having a girlfriend who literally every single time she goes out on a night out, she cheats on you. And then she comes home one time and she hasn't cheated on you, and you're supposed to go, oh cool, well done, that's really good of you. No, it's not. The fact that Call of Duty have continually shat on us for the past 2 to 3 years is absolutely disgusting, and I really don't want to support them any further. Now look, I know that me not playing Vanguard is going to do absolutely fuck all for the game. The game will still succeed, it will still sell tremendously well. I just can't sit here playing Vanguard for the next year after spending the last year of my YouTube career, if you can call it that, slating Cold War and slating Activision and Call of Duty. A lot of people in my comments section have often said, if you don't like it, don't play it. Well, that's what I'm going to do. Yes, I'm giving up views. Yes, I'm giving up potential subscribers and channel growth, but ultimately, I really feel like I should stick to my guns on this one. Call of Duty has shafted me for the last time, and I won't let it do it again. Especially this year, when we have so many other great games that are offering awesome experience. For example, Riders Republic is an absolutely crazy fun game. Then we got Battlefield 2042, which will probably have its own issues, but at least they're innovating, at least it's something new and something fresh. And then we got Halo in December. The thing is, Call of Duty have gone pretty much unrivaled throughout this whole sort of pandemic era. They have absolutely crushed it with Warzone, and then people had no choice but to carry on that and buy Cold War. Well, I'm telling you now, I do have a choice, and there are so many better options than playing Call of Duty for another year. Now, like I said, obviously, if the game proves to be really good and in 6 months time I'm bored of whatever game I'm covering, then I might hop on Vanguard, I might try it out. And by this time next year, you know that we're going to have another Call of Duty and maybe things will have changed, but I'm not holding my breath. And for that reason, I have to say that I'm out when it comes to Call of Duty. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about in this little video today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can see my sort of point of view here. Now, for those of you who have watched my videos for a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. Simply, are you buying Call of Duty Vanguard? And if not, why? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.